Okay, the watchtower's ours again. So where's your secret weapon?
You're standing in it.
Wait, you mean we're gonna...
Take the watchtower out of orbit and drop it right on top of their little science project. Get them to the escape pods.
Hey guys, it's Cash here with another RNR update, and I have my co-host with me, Wolfman. Hey Wolfman, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Thank you all for watching our last video podcast, and this is going to be about the Justice League this time. If there were going to be a live-action movie, there's been talks about it, and I want to talk about the actors who could possibly play the characters for the Justice League. The first and biggest one I want to talk about is Batman. I'd probably have to say Josh Brolin, like I said, because he fits the role. You know, he's a little, and he's in his age around 45. So, what do you think, Wolfman?
I think he's a really good choice. To me, it's between him or Carl Urban from that Judge Dredd movie, which I absolutely loved. Like, from that movie, the way he, like, intensity and everything, like, just the way he had, you know, that Judge Dredd voice.
Yeah.
And, like, it was a lot like Batman. As soon as I saw that movie, I was just like, hey, you know, he could play Batman. So. Yeah,
that sounds pretty good. I mean, we already have a Superman in Henry Cavill. I mean, I don't know how thrilled you were with the film like you were talking to me about, but I think he's the perfect choice for Superman.
Yeah, he was a good Superman. My problem with that movie was just that they seemed to focus more on the special effects and less on story. And that's why I mean, I still think it's a good movie. Like, I rated it a 6 out of 10, but I think it has some problems.
Yeah, I mean, it had its shares of, like, special effects, but I really enjoyed it. Who would be able to play the Flash? Who do you think would be able to play the Flash? Because I have a few names in my head that I could possibly think about. What do you think of Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy? He plays Jax.
I think he would be a really good choice. That guy, I think, could pull off anything. Like, he could play Green Arrow, he could play Flash. Like, he could be anybody pretty much.
Yeah, he's a good actor, and, he fits the profile for, like, Flash or, like, Green Arrow, like you were talking about. But you know what I think they should do?
Green Arrow movie, I think it'd be good.
Yeah, I think I should honestly think they should take Stephen Amell from the CW series and put him as Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Because he's such a badass, and he knows how to portray the character, like, perfectly.
Yeah, he's really good. I love that show. Like, it's really well done.
I mean, I think he'd be the perfect fit for Green Arrow. I mean, there's a couple more actors that I wanted to talk about for Flash. I could possibly see, I know you're probably going to disagree with me, but I can see Ryan Reynolds playing him. Just because, being like a smartass the way he is, a lot of people...
I agree with you. I think he would pull that character off more than Green Lantern.
Yeah, you really think so?
Yeah, I think because he's, like you said, like the Flash. I mean, I don't know much about him. I mean, I've seen the Justice League cartoon, and I know he was a smart ass on that show. Yeah, I think Ryan Reynolds could play him. Like, he would be great. But I really want that Deadpool movie to happen.
Yeah, so do I. My final choice would probably be Liam McClure. He's from Spartacus.
Oh yeah, he's the one that took over that when what's his name died.
Yeah, from cancer. Yeah, he took over as the main character.
Yeah, I think he would be okay. I mean, I don't really know him too well. I've seen, like...
Yeah, neither do I.
I mean, watched a few seasons of Spartacus. It's a pretty decent show.
Alright, who do you think should play Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman. That's a good question. I don't really know. Like,
I have one actress that I think could pull it off. She was in I don't know if you guys seen Underworld. I forgot.
Oh yeah, she would be perfect.
The actress who played her. Yeah, she played her. She played her perfectly. I mean, I think she could pull it off. Or there's another chick that I also think can pull it off. Not Kate Beckinsale, but her name is Gianna something.
Oh yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I mean, she's not really an A-list actor. She'd probably be a B-list actor, but I think she could pull it off. Another person who I think could possibly pull off Wonder Woman would probably be, there's this actress, I can't think of her name. It's like in the tip of my tongue. She was in a TV series. Can you help me out here, Wolfman?
Like what TV series?
She was in, Smallville.
Smallville, yeah, I never really watched that show, so I went,
She played Lois Lane. I mean, she just looks the role. I mean,
is that Kristen Cruitt?
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, she might be good. I mean, I don't think I've really seen her in much stuff. I mean, I know she was in that what was that movie, Hero Trip.
Yeah, and the final actress I think would be would fit perfectly would be Gemma Arterton. She's from Quantum of Solace and Prince of Persia. She played Prince of Persia's love interest.
Oh yeah, I know who that is. That should be a good choice. I agree with that too.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna jump into Green Lantern. Who do you think could play Green Lantern? And we're talking about, you know which Green Lantern I'm talking about?
Is it John Stewart or Hal Jordan?
John Stewart.
John Stewart, okay. Pretty good actor.
I'd say Morris Chestnut.
Tyler Perry. No, I'm just kidding.
Imagine Tyler Perry, man. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, let's see, I really don't know. Like,
I'd say Morris Chestnut. Do you know who Morris Chestnut is?
No, I don't know who that is.
He's been in a couple like romantic comedies and stuff, but he looks like him. He looks a lot like him, and I think he'd be able to pull it off.
Yeah, I don't know him too, but you know who would be a good choice? Even though I doubt it would ever happen, and he's a little bit old. Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington would be good too. What about Michael Jai White from Spawn?
Yeah, he's pretty badass.
Yeah, he's a badass actor, and from seeing him from The Dark Knight, I think he'd be pretty good. And one more person I'd probably think for John Stewart would probably be Mike Calder. I don't know if you know who he is.
No, I don't think I've heard of him.
He's from A Soldier Story. It was like filmed in, I believe, 84, I think.
Soldier Story. Huh.
Yeah, he's a B-list actor. He's one of those actors you don't really see around too much.
I don't know who that is.
Study your stuff, man. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Who do you think can... Okay, we're gonna get into a little argument here, but who do you think could play Martian Manhunter?
I don't really know the character too well, so...
Martian Manhunter, I've seen him from the animated series, and there's a lot of possible actors who I think could pull him off. It'd have to be an actor who'd be really serious about the role and would know how to portray like an alien from, a different planet.
Like, Mark Strong, maybe. You know, the guy from Kick-Ass 2.
Dude, you read my mind. I was just about to say him, Mark Strong. And he's being considered for Lex Luthor in the Batman Superman movie.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like I love the Kick-Ass. Like he cracked me up in that movie. So funny.
It's got to be an actor who's a little in his 40s. Do you know that show Breaking Dawn or something?
Breaking Bad, I mean?
Yeah, Breaking Bad. You know the actor who plays the bald guy?
Yeah, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston. I think he'd be a pretty good choice for Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, he'd be a good choice too. He's a good actor.
What about Cyborg?
Cyborg. I would probably need somebody like a big dude, huh? Play him, you think?
Yeah, oh, definitely, man. I mean, it's got to be someone like again. I'll throw Michael Jai White just because he's a martial artist, and on top of that, he's huge.
Yeah, he probably would be a better Cyborg. I'd probably pick him as Cyborg.
You know, another guy who could probably pull off Cyborg is he's been in a couple comedies. White. He's from White Chicks. He played that big, tall, buff black guy, and I forgot he was in a couple of other comedies too. I believe Friday. I can't think of his name. He's in.
With like the weird, crazy eyes.
Yeah. That's him. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about. The one after, they punt.
You know who would have been a good choice for Green Lantern, Jon Stewart, if he was still alive? Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh yeah, he was pretty cool. But he played what's his name in the
Kingpin.
other movies?
Didn't he play Kingpin in Daredevil?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of list of actors who could possibly pull off, these roles, but it's been in talks for years already, Justice League film, but who do you think would be able to direct it? I think Zack Snyder would be able to pull it off, or Bryan Singer.
Yeah, he'd be good. I also heard something a while back that Guillermo del Toro is like directing some Dark Avengers movie, but I honestly think, it was Justice League. Dark.
You know what? I totally forgot about him. I think he could pull it off because he's into the whole fantasy thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's good with the special effects, and he's good at making a good story on top of it.
Yeah, he's a great storyteller.
Yeah, that you would be perfect. And
hell yeah.
There too, so he would know his stuff.
Yeah, he'd be amazingly perfect for it. I mean, we got a few minutes left here, Wolfman. Is there anything that you want to say about the Justice League movie, or if, anything to your fans?
I just hope, it happens. I hope it turns out good. I know most films that, have so many characters on the screen don't turn out too good.
Yeah, it usually turns out to be a sad ending or a terrible story.
Yeah, with the exception, Avengers was pretty good, but most other ones are just horrible.
Definitely, man. What did you think about, quick little review, what did you think of Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds?
I thought it was terrible. And, it's not Ryan Reynolds' fault, because I like him, I think he's just funny, he's a likable guy, but, he just couldn't carry that movie. It was just really bad, the special effects were we're kind of cool in some spots, but I don't know, I couldn't get into it. It just dragged on for me.
Yeah, you know what? I think the Justice League movie has been in talks ever since the Avengers came out, just because of the fact after Avengers was released, they wanted to, compete with one another, butting heads, DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's kind of like Todd McFarlane with the Spawn movie. He keeps saying that he wants to make a Spawn movie, but yet he just keeps talking and talking and talking. We get nothing from the guy.
There was also another animated series he was going to do, but he never did that either.
Yeah, I mean, these, a lot of fans are asking for a Justice League movie. Eventually it's going to happen, hopefully, and hopefully it's not around when I get old as hell, because I want to see it soon.
I have a feeling it might happen after they do The Flash, and they said they were going to make it 2015, so I imagine it'll probably come out in probably 2018 or by 2020.
Man, that's pretty far away. I'll be probably 30-something, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I want to let you guys know, we do have a Blog Talk radio show, like I did mention in the last video. We have a show this Sunday. If you want to stick in, I'll post a link on the bottom. It's going to be about, what's our show going to be about?
Our favorite superhero movies.
Yes, our favorite superhero movies, thank you. I'm kind of still drugged up from the doctor, sorry, I apologize. Yeah, it's going to be about our favorite superhero movies of all time, and we're going to be live for 30 minutes. If anyone wants to call in, be more than happy to answer your questions. Me and Wolfman are gonna possibly be talking, and we'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions. So Wolfman, what else do you think could happen in the Justice League movie? Like, what kind of villain do you think we could see?
Villains, well, hopefully it's somebody besides Luthor. I'm tired of saying him. I'd rather have badass film. Like, I'd like to see Darkseid, or Darkseid, however you pronounce it. Like, I think he would be amazing.
It'd have to be someone who is as powerful as Superman.
Yeah, that's what Darkseid, or I don't. Forgive me for butchering it. I mean, I'm not a big DC comic fan, so.
Yeah, neither am I. Besides Batman.
Yeah.
I could see him. I could see him being a possible villain to fight the Justice League just because of the fact that he has those powers and he's huge in the DC world. What do you think of, since we're talking about DC right now, and I still want to keep talking about it, what do you think of the Arrow series Season 2, and how do you expect it to be?
I don't know, I lost my cable a while back, so I've been missing quite a few episodes, so I'm not up to date on how it is, but, I mean, I hope it's good. I mean, I'm really excited for it, and hoping to get my cable back since I can watch it.
Yeah, it's a great show. Anyone who hasn't seen it, I definitely recommend it. It's as good as the Dark Knight, Dark Knight movies.
My only problem with it is the characters. Well, from the episodes I've seen, I'm not really up to date, but they keep calling him a vigilante. It's just like, why don't they call him Green Arrow? But that's just a small nitpick.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to talk about that. I mean, the reason they call him the Vigilante, I guess in Season 1 they're trying to portray him as like some type of anti-hero, or, they don't even know who he is first. It's kind of like Batman, how they started off with Batman and he's like all dark and no one knows who he is. They think he's like legend, just a legend.
Yeah, that's
So,
kind of
I guess since a lot of people know his identity in the second season, I think it's going to be more directed towards like him being a superhero this time instead of a vigilante. I think going back to the Justice League movie and possibly having a huge like villain, there is a secret society of supervillains. It has Deathstroke's in it, and it's based on Earth 3 series of Justice League comics. So it's like yeah, it's like the secret. It's like the Secret Six.
Oh, okay. I know a little bit about that.
I think Deathstroke would be a perfect villain to go up against Batman.
That would be really
Because of the fact that we're gonna be seeing him in Arkham Origins is awesome. Yeah. I just can't wait to play that game.
Yeah, same here.
Well, this wraps up our episode for Justice League casting calls, and if anyone, like I said, has any ideas of who could possibly play in Justice League film, let me know on the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And again, please stay tuned for our Sunday show. It's at 5:30 Pacific Eastern Standard Time. So for those of you who are in different countries, you can still tune in and listen. Well, as I say before, it's always awesome to have you as a co-host now on my YouTube channel. So this has been another episode, guys, and Wolfman, take care, man.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, take care, bye.
Always have to be the hero, don't you?
Right back at you.